Hey guys, it's Coop, and there are four places that businesses get stuck when they're trying to grow. They get to a certain level and then they hit a glass ceiling. And this is especially true in the fitness industry, and we see this all the time. So, after working with over 2,000 gyms around the world, with over 800 gyms in the Two Brain Business mentorship practice right now, I'll tell you, these are exactly how to know what level you're getting stuck at, the reasons that you're bumping up against the glass ceiling, and what to do to test to see if this is you and what to get past it. If this video is helpful to you, please hit subscribe on the channel. Here we go. The first level, the first place that gyms get stuck is the systems level. You need to systemize your business. You need to get it out of your head. And that means writing down a playbook that your staff can follow so that they can deliver a predictable and consistent experience for your clients, so that you're not always the one that they're coming to answer questions or solve disputes, make decisions on every single thing over and over and over again. So that when somebody asks for a discount, your staff knows what to say. If somebody walks in off the street and they want to sign up, your staff knows exactly what to do. If somebody's card gets double billed, your staff knows what to do about it. If the roof starts to leak. Here's how to know if you're stuck at the systems level. I call this the hit by the bus test. If you were hit by a bus tonight and you had to go straight to the hospital, and you could maybe make one phone call to call one person and say, take over, and you knew that you would not be back at your business for at least a week without any contact, could your business run without you? Would your staff know what to do if somebody called and said, I want to sign up? What if somebody clicked on your Facebook ads? What if somebody said, hey, I want a refund or I want a discount? What would happen if there was an emergency and your box caught on fire? You need to get these plans out of your head and taught to your staff. More than anything else, it's really important that your clients wouldn't notice a difference in your service if you weren't there. So if you were hit by a bus and you had to go in the hospital and you had to be on crutches for 2 months, would your staff be able to step in and take your place at everything that you do without your clients seeing a difference? That's the systems level. And the test is the hit by the bus test. That's the foundational level on which everything falls. When it comes to growing your business, you don't rise to the level of your marketing, you fall to the level of your systems. And so before you do anything else, you have to systemize. The second level on top of that is optimization. Where we see a lot of gym owners get stuck is their business is just too complex. Their clients can't actually explain what they do to their friends, and their staff has trouble explaining it. And this was a challenge that we just recently had at Catalyst, because we're changing our model and we're evolving. And so we're bringing in heart rate, metabolic training and testing, and there's a lot of complexity. We do level method, and we're a CrossFit affiliate for 14 years, and we just came out of 2 years of COVID, and all these things stacked up to make a complex model that nobody could really understand. And when you have that kind of complexity, it is very hard to grow. First, because it divides up your attention. You're not sure where to focus. Second, because it divides up your staff's attention. They're busy all the time, but they don't know what to do to actually grow the company. And it divides your client's attention. So when they want to talk about you to their friends, they don't really know how to describe you. And so this stage, optimization, this is really where you're dialing things in. You're dialing in your mission. You're dialing in your client journey. You're dialing in your messaging and your marketing. You're doubling down on the stuff that's working, and you're really figuring that out. So you're letting go of the things that don't work, that don't matter, your old practices, and you're going all in on the things that do work. For me, this was letting go of Open Gym. It was letting go of our competitors program and really focusing in on one-on-one personal training, on small group training of 7 to 13 people. It's really focusing in on your best staff. And this is where maybe you want to cut back on part-timers and bring some full-timers in. It's really saying this is the method that's proving to get the results for my clients. I'm going to focus on this method. I'm going to go all in. Maybe it's I'm going to stop spending money on radio ads because I can't determine what the ROI is, but I can see that I'm getting a 4x ROI on my Instagram ads. So I'm going to double down on that. This optimization layer is a tricky one. A lot of businesses get stuck. They've got way too many programs. They've got way too many staff people. They've got way too many levels, and nobody knows exactly where they're going. So here's the test to tell if you're stuck at the optimization stage. I want you to grab one of your clients outside the gym, grab them for coffee and say, what do I sell? Tell me about my business. And if they can repeat your business back to you, describe your business back, including like the most important part in one sentence, you're good. Your business is probably optimal. I talk to entrepreneurs all the time who run a $5,000 a month business, and I talk to entrepreneurs who are trying to go from $3 million to $5 million a year in their business. And where they get stuck is often the same spot. Their business is too complex. They are a technician. They understand all the science. Nobody else does. Nobody can tell their friends. Nobody knows what your mission is or where you're headed, including their staff. That's the second place people get stuck. The third place is what we call growth phase. And this is really where you're doubling down on what works. So you're trying to figure out like, okay, I'm putting advertising dollars here and there, and oh, TikTok, I should do that. And has anybody ever tried LinkedIn? And you're not really sure what's working for you. And this problem is solved by a test that we call the 6 audits. And if you're in Two Brain, you can go onto the toolkit, you can look at the 6 audits, and every year you want to do these exercises. So you want to go through your gym and you want to say like, okay, what facility upgrades do I need to make? And you want to go through all of your expenses and say, okay, what's really working and what's really not? And once you've determined what's working, you double down. If you're getting a great ROI from mentorship, you level up or you invest more in mentorship. If you're getting a great ROI on your Facebook ads, you double your investment in Facebook ads. And you do this by cutting out what's not working first, but then committing more to yourself. If you're growing as a leader and you can see that, then you double down on the program that is growing you as a leader. If all of your clients want to use the same 5 barbells, then you get 5 more of those barbells and you don't worry about the other rowers. So this growth stage is really, you've determined what works, you've cut out the stuff that doesn't, but now you're doubling your investment in what will actually grow your company, and you're singularly focused on that. Another place that you need to double down is your time. A lot of gyms can't grow, even when they have a very simple, easy to understand system, great processes, they can't grow because the owner's time is so fragmented. They're all over the place. They're not working on like, here's what's actually going to grow my business. They're answering the phone. They're doing lead nurture. They're still coaching classes, or they're taking personal training clients, and they're not investing their time in what will actually grow the business. So at this stage, a lot of the times gyms will actually hire a general manager to keep the processes going while the gym owner focuses on sales and marketing. Doesn't mean you can't ever coach a class or take a personal training client. It just means you have to be very deliberate with your time, spend more time and more money on what's working. The test for this system is the 6 audits. And one of those audits is, what's your time? What's your time worth? Effective hourly rate. And finally, the 4th level, the reason that gyms can't grow or what's holding you back is what we call the scale level. And this is really, really common when you get to like the tinker phase of entrepreneurship. The business is running itself well, but you can't scale. You can't get above 150 clients and get to 250. You can't get that second location going or working well on its own. And here's why. The reason that you can't scale is that you as the entrepreneur can't let go. So over the last 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you've trained your brain to be ready to act, okay? And it's on always like alert level, right? It's always in fight or flight mode. And you've actually trained your brain to be ready to react. And so what's happened now is like the business is running well, but that part of your brain is still hyperactive. It's supercharged, it's ready to go, and it starts looking for problems to solve. That part of your brain, by the way, is called the amygdala. It actually does grow when you expose it to periods of prolonged stress. And then when the stress is gone, it has to justify itself. So you're always like checking your phone. You're always like rewriting your processes. You're always digging into parts of your business and trying to like make them better, but really you're breaking it. And so here's the test. If you took a week off, would your business be better or worse without your presence there? I recently went through this. I forced myself to take a week off, and guess what? My business grew because my staff are all better at their jobs than I am. And when I'm picking the business apart, they call it the eye of Sauron. It slows them down instead of letting them just do the work. Now, most gym owners are not at this stage yet, right? They're either in the systemize, the optimize, or the growth stage. They're not at this scale stage. But if this is you and you're in this tinker phase of entrepreneurship and you wonder why you can't get the next thing going, or you can't get over 150 clients, or you can't get your net owner benefit over $70,000 per year, or you can't like start your second gym without fighting fires in your first, you've got a scaling problem, and that's really you. You have to level up. So these are the 4 levels, and you've got a test to run each one. The best way to figure out the best step for you to bust through that glass ceiling, get to the next level, is to get on a call with our team. They're going to do a couple of audits with you. They're going to tell you exactly where you are, what you need to focus on right now to set you up to bust through the level and stop falling all the way back down to the starting line again. Hope this helps. This is really, really common, and it really helped me see what I need to do next to grow each of my businesses.